I'm a little wary of recommending new air purifier brands as so many come and go over the years. To make this video, I investigated a new brand that is now being recommended by anyone who's anyone online, from CNET, PC Mag, Forbes, and even Better Homes and Gardens. Today, I'll be reviewing their most recommended model, and one that many subscribers and readers have been asking us about, the seemingly budget-friendly Morento HY4866. I paid £123.49 for our Morento from Amazon UK, and it's also available in the US from Amazon.com for $89.99, and I will drop the links for that in the description. And if you don't want to watch my full review of the Morento HY4866, here are the 3 things I like and the 4 things I don't. So what I really like, it has a low initial price for a device that's certified by AHAM and having a dust KDAR of 169 CFM. The screen at the front of the device shows the current levels of PM 2.5 and it's easy to see from a distance. And finally, it offers 4 fan speeds, including sleep mode. What I don't like, it is louder at top speed than most similar air purifiers out there today. It has higher energy usage than most similar air purifiers, and these really add to the long-term running costs. And there's also an inherent risk of filter availability when you go with a less well-known brand, and it also doesn't come with a pre-filter as standard. If you want to find out more about how we test our air purifiers, check this video here. Okay, let's jump into the full review. It's rare to see a new brand to send their device to the Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers for testing, so I was surprised to see that Morento has sent the HY4866 to AHAM for a KDAR test in 2024. It has a dust KDAR of 169 CFM, so it should be a little quicker than our recommended air purifiers like the Levoit Vital 100S, which completed in 37 minutes, the Winx 8231 completed in 40 minutes, or the Coway Air Mega 150, which completed in 38 minutes. Just looking at dust KDAR per dollar spend, the Morento HY4866 has a cost per KDAR of 53 cents when priced at $89.99. This means that on paper, the top speed KDAR is good value for the Morento HY4866. However, we know that most people don't run their air purifiers at full speed 24/7 as they're just too loud, so we will also test air cleaner performance at quieter fan speeds below 45 decibels at 3 feet away. Similar to what we saw with the Smart Air SA600, the Morento HY4866 has a double side air inlet with filters on each side. Clean air is pushed out from the top of the device, and on the control panel from left to right we have a filter reset button, a timer with 2, 5 and 8 hours, child lock, power button, a fan speed button with 4 speeds, sleep mode, and a button to enable auto mode. It has all the main features you can expect from a mid-tier air purifier. At the front, it also includes a screen that shows the level of PM 2.5 in the air in real time, and this also changes colour from green to yellow and red. The HY4866 does not have app support. There are other models from Morento that enable this, however they do cost a little more. On the Amazon listing, there is no clear indication of what HEPA grade is used for the HY4866. On the Morento website, they state the filter is HEPA H13, and we reached out to Morento to confirm the grade of their filter, but as of the recording of this video, we haven't yet received a response. Strangely, there are 2 different filter options, those that include a pre-filter and those that don't. The price difference is fairly low, so I would recommend most people go with the model that does include a fabric pre-filter. This also means that the HY4866 doesn't have a removable pre-filter like what we see in the Vital 100S. Features like this are important as they can help extend the life of the particle filter, but also maintain performance, as if they get really dirty, they will drop in performance. And this is especially true in homes with pets, as there's lots of larger particles in the air that will usually be trapped by the pre-filter. Now, the carbon for the Morento device is pelleted type and is bonded to the particle filter. So let's move on to the housefresh performance test to see what happened. First, we tested the Morento HY4866 running at speed 4, which is its top speed. According to our Purple Air Zen sensor, the Morento HY4866 running at its max speed needed 34 minutes to clear our 728 cubic feet test room of all PM1 particles. Based on this result, we estimate a PM1 KDAR of 174 CFM, which aligns well with the AHAM PM2.5 KDAR report. But this result in isolation isn't very useful, so let's compare it to other similar devices running at their top speed. Value-wise, the Morento HY4866 stands out as one of the best budget devices we've tested, especially when you consider it goes on sale quite regularly and can cost less than its listed price. The only unit that did have better value at top speed is the LEGO Air Purifier, which is the same device as the Titronics AP003. If you want to find out more, be sure to check out our video about this excellent budget air purifier, which is currently sold across different brands around the globe. Right, now we've seen its power, let's talk about noise. If an air purifier is too loud, you will turn it off eventually, which is why we measure how much sound an air purifier generates from 3 feet away. These are the results for the Morento HY4866. Now be aware that our background noise is around 35 decibels, so the Morento running at sleep speed is likely to generate less sound if we could measure it in a silent room. It is great to see a good range of fan speeds for a budget device like this, but noise can be subjective, so please have a listen for yourself. I also made a comparison with other devices that have similar air cleaning performance. At top speed, the Morento HY4866 stands out from other smaller and budget-friendly devices with a much higher sound level. This might account for its higher KDAR at top speed. Running at speed 1, the Morento HY4866 generates 43.2 decibels, which is below the 45 decibel limit we set for our quiet performance test. When I tested particle performance removal at speed 1, the Morento HY486 reached PM10 in 64 minutes, which, when accounting for our natural ventilation in our test room, we estimate a PM1 KDAR of 91 CFM. We can also compare these results with other smaller air purifiers running at sub 45 decibels. When accounting for sound, the performance is better with the LEGO and the Levoit Vital 100S, but the Morento HY4866 was 10 minutes faster than the Kowei Air Mega 150. But let's start adding up long-term costs to see how much money you would need to spend each year to run a Morento HY4866 in your home 24/7. We used our energy meter to record how much energy the Morento HY4866 used when running at each fan speed, also while it's on standby. So if you were to leave the Morento HY4866 running 24/7 at full speed, it would add $51.10 to your energy bill each year. With this calculation in mind, we can compare the annual energy costs you can expect from the HY4866 to other devices we've tested. As the table shows, the Morento HY4866 is a lot more power hungry compared to other similar performing air purifiers that we're benchmarking it against. The OEM filter set includes 2 filters and it costs $29.99, which means for 1 year you will need 2 sets, which will set you back $59.98. We can combine the yearly filter replacement costs with energy consumption costs, which leads to the total annual maintenance costs with running an air purifier. In the case of the Morento HY4866, you can expect to spend $111.08 to run the device at full speed for 1 year. Due to the higher energy costs for the Morento HY4866, yearly costs are a little higher than what you'll spend with the Levoit Vital 100S or the Kowei Air Mega 150. However, bear in mind that the Kowei Air Mega 150's running costs are very low because Kowei recommends 12-month filter lifespan for their bonded filter, but I will be surprised if the carbon element lasts that long for that particular device. I have to say, I was a little wary of the Morento HY4866 because I saw a lot of recommendations and reviews coming from publications that are not known for their rigorous air purifier testing, who seem really just to review anything that you send their way. But once I saw that the Morento had sent their device to AHAM for a KDAR test, I became more interested in giving it a shot. For raw power to dollar spend, the Morento HY4866 dust KDAR of 169 CFM is good. The problem is that this level of clean air delivery rate is achieved by a fan motor that runs a lot louder and is more power hungry than most of the other similar sized air purifiers. When testing the performance at sub 45 decibels, the value is less impressive, with the Vital 100S having more cleaning power at a quieter fan speed. Our rating algorithm ranks the HY4866 lower due to its higher energy costs, louder running, and a lack of transparency around the brand after struggling to find company information on their website, and the presence of multiple Morento sites that look official but still lack business details. In our ranking for the entry-level air purifiers, the HY4866 is beaten by the Levoit Vital 100S, the Xiaomi Compact 4, and the Levoit Core 300S. All these models come with app support and are backed by much larger brands that have been selling air purifiers for a much longer time. Going with an unknown brand is always a risk, and I've seen too many brands arrive and leave after just a few years, which makes getting new filters tricky. While I try to push most people to choose a mid-sized air purifier, if you do want a small device, then the Levoit Vital 100S will offer you better performance than the Morento HY4866 in a very similar package. Plus you will get an app and removable pre-filter, and I'm confident that you'll still be able to get filters in 5 to 10 years. If you've already bought a HY4866, then know that you have bought a decent device, and I hope that Morento as a company will continue to grow and they will continue to produce replacement filters for many years to come. But for new customers, our data shows that there are better budget small air purifier options out there. If you have any questions about the Morento HY4866, leave them in the comments as always, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.